For 3 happy years, North America sunned itself in 350 rays of horsepower. From 2016 to 2018, Ford blessed all of us with the greatest hot hatch ever made.
Still not in sport mode. I'm too busy. This thing is quick even when you're not in sport mode. And it also has one of the most dramatic shifts. And when I say shifts, I mean the most dramatic difference of any car between normal mode and sport mode. All right, can I take my eyes off the road just for a second? Just for a second. Drive mode. There it is. There's sport. Sport. There's the pops. This is also one of the first cars in the United States to come with a pop tune.
This turbocharged, all-wheel drive boulevard and backroad bullet went 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds in ideal conditions and 4.7 seconds in reality.
But this is our current giveaway car. Yes, someone's gonna win a Focus RS. Click on the link in the description. Go to fanofthem.com/regularcars. Buy some limited edition merch, and some lucky person is going to get this Focus RS delivered to them. I should mention that about the giveaways. You don't have to come pick it up. Justin Burnash is going to put this on a truck and just ship it to you.
The active center differential helped this 4-wheeled energy drink hold 1 G of lateral acceleration, and the electronically controlled rear diff could favor the rear wheels in drift mode, one of the first cars to ever have such a hooligan feature. The Ford Focus RS was a car built for misbehavior, and on top of this, Ford said, "Oh, automatic transmission? No, we're not doing it. Everyone will be manual transmission only. Learn to drive."
Power. Pop, pop. If I lower my window, can you hear the pops and bangs? Not really. There it goes. Okay, yes, Focus RSs have a pop and bang tune. Is it the same as a BMW, every BMW bros who has a pop bang tune in the aftermarket? No. You will hear, you know what it sounds like? It just sounds like a textbook hitting a carpet. Poof, poof, out the back. That's really all you hear.
The top speed, 165 miles per hour, and that's significant because it's 10 miles per hour faster than most stock Euro cars, which hit fuel cut at 155. Take that. Ford wanted to end the conversation over who made the best hot hatch. We're Ford. We won the WRC 3 times, but all you chuckle nuts are still talking about Subaru. Oh, you want a WRX? I'll give you a WRX times 10. I'm going to give you something that will drift circles around your WRX, hold its value better, and come with a Sony sound system with an integrated subwoofer. The RS was as close as Ford Performance ever got to being as white powder crazy as Mopar. Yes! You know the EcoBoost Turbo 4 we have in the Mustang? Yeah. What if we turn it sideways? Yeah, and put it in the Focus. Yeah, and have it. Bobby? What? How much does a Mustang make? 310 horsepower? 350. Make it make more. Yeah, and while you're doing that, have it drive all 4 wheels. Yeah, yeah. I know the Focus is a front-wheel drive platform. Yeah, it's a little economy car. I know. Yep. How much money will it take to make room for a drive shaft and a rear differential? Half shafts and enough strengthening to take 350 pound-feet of torque too. Huh? Never mind. I'm already distracted. Just like, hey, look at that squirrel. Yeah. I said 350 torque and 350 horsepower. Yeah, balanced. I am a balanced guy. Business during the day and a suppository pogo stick at night.
The interior of a Focus RS is very busy by 2026 standards. There's a lot of weird sight lines and angles and odd vectors. That the HVAC vents are this strange V, and they draw your attention to, well, the volume knob for your stereo. It does have Apple CarPlay, so it is modern. You're not going to have to worry about trying to retrofit an old car to work with your phone. Gosh darn it, I just called this car old. It's only 10 years old, but the style in here is very 20 teens. A lot of action, a lot of showiness. It's like a maximalist design. You paid a lot of money for this car, so we're going to make a lot of different stuff to look at in here.
There are 3 criticisms I have with the Focus RS. One is style, one is engineering, and the third is managerial. Number 1, the stock wheels on the RS. These were obnoxious 19-inchers that filled the wheel wells and wore rubber band 235/35/19 tires. When we drove an RS new in 2016, we thought the ride was too rough. It was like Dick riding a floor jack while someone pulled it along a gravel driveway. I get why Ford put 19s on here. It was the 20 teens, and big wheels on small cars were in. Take Reggie Watts' song that came out in, I think, 2011. It was called Shit Stack. The music video blew up around then, featuring a car-centric line. I take a piece of shit car and I lower the motherfucker, put some 18-inch rims on the motherfucker. Yeah, that. I mean, Ford was just following the trends at the expense of ride quality. The solution is what you see here. To go down a wheel size and buck trends. So you could run a thicker tire, improve ride quality, and have more options for summer and track tires. And the good thing here is that rotors and the calipers were small enough that you could go a wheel size down. Gripe number 2. You knew this was coming if you know anything about the RS. The wrong head gasket issue. So here's what happened. Some Focus RSs were assembled using Mustang head gaskets instead of RS-specific head gaskets. So, I mean, you're thinking, what's the problem? Both cars use the same engine, the 2.3-liter EcoBoost. They should use the same head gaskets, right? Wrong. The RSs are different. So the Mustang head gasket had a V-shaped depression between the tops of the cylinder bores. The RS gasket didn't have that. So that V-shaped depression apparently led to coolant like lagging, stagnant in there, not circulating, and causing a weak spot in the gasket, which then led to the leak. Not all RSs had this problem. See, it was a logistical problem. The wrong head gaskets showed up to the wrong assembly line. And because the head gaskets fit and looked 99% identical, on they went that day. Ford issued a recall for all Focus RSs built between August 3rd, 2015 and July 6th, 2017. And this RS is from that era, but thankfully, this is one of the RSs that received the correct head gaskets. And gripe number 3, forced scarcity. Ford only made about 34 units worldwide, and that number comes from the forum consensus. Now, of that 34,000-ish, about 15,000 came to the US and Canada. That means only 5,000 per year on average were available to buy. I'm rounding here to make a point. In 2026, there are today 2,821 registered Ford dealerships in the United States. I'm assuming there's going to be a similar amount 10 years ago, give or take. So 5,000 RSs divided by 2,821 dealerships is 1.77. So if the RSs were distributed evenly, each dealership would get 1 and some would get 2. But of course that didn't happen. Most Focus RSs were white glove delivered to high-performing dealerships in major cities like Glengarry, Leeds, LA, Seattle, Chicago, Boston, Philly, DC, Baltimore, Charlotte, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Miami, Houston, Dallas, Salad, Phoenix, Vegas, and maybe Pittsburgh. Ford dealerships in those cities had 1 RS in the showroom and maybe 1 or 2 in the warehouse. But if you were in flyover country and you wanted an RS, you had to go into your local Ford dealership, ask the sales manager to put in an order for you, and then listen to him insult you for 11 minutes. Whoa! Oh, you want an RS? Oh, what are you gonna do with that? Oh, ooh, look at, we got Ken Block right here. Oh, you gonna be a race car driver? Hey, Eddie, get in here. This hotshot wants an RS. Let's give him a hand. And then Fast Eddie Moidenham, the #1 Ford sales associate in Evansville, Indiana, wobbles fatly into the manager's office, fly open, reading glasses on a chain, dried spit on the corners of his chapped lipped mouth from a lifetime of dehydration, the unavoidable result of drinking cherry Coke instead of water. Yeah, I'm Fast Eddie. And I don't see any greenbacks coming out of your pocket, son. How you gonna get an RS without that do-re-mi, huh? What do you got to say about that? And you gotta sit there getting it from both ears from losers because you want a fun car. I talked to RS owners when these things were new. Every single one of them, unless they were in a high-value dealership area, got that sort of treatment. You know why? Because the dealerships could get away with it. The RSs were so rare, they were charging $10,000 over sticker for these things. They weren't budging. There were no deals. You could barely get them. Oh, you could be put on a list. Maybe you'll get one in a year and a half. When these things went out of production, there were still people waiting for them. That's how rare this was. There was no competition against the RS. The Civic Type R was rumored that it might be here. The GR Corolla was years away. It was just Ford and Subaru. And by the mid-2010s, the craziness had left Subaru. I remember driving a WRX from that era, and I'm like, it's quick, but so what? It didn't have that craziness. It didn't have that wild side. That's what the RS gave you, the sense of danger. Well, it was real danger, wasn't it? It's got a drift mode. It looks angry. It pops and bangs out the rear. So dealerships could charge whatever they wanted for these things because there would be somebody who had money who would pay for it. And that's part of the mystique around this car. It changed car culture, thumbed its nose at Subaru, even thumbed its nose at its own brand, at the Mustang. This thing was faster than the EcoBoost Mustang 4-cylinder. And then, after a few short years, it was gone. Look around the used market, and Ford Focus RSs are still trading hands for $20,000 today. I'm having a blast with this Ford Focus RS, and you will too. Thank you so much for taking part in these giveaways. You're helping regular car reviews continue on in this strange age of AI slop, and it gives me a sense of pride that we're still one of the few YouTube channels that are 100% handwritten. No shortcuts taken with these videos. And it's because of these giveaways that we can defy the algorithm, defy YouTube AdSense. We can continue to have the ability to produce content like this, to go out and visit people, to go on adventures. So please enter this giveaway for this Ford Focus RS. You're helping regular car reviews, and one of you is going to go home with their very own hot hatch. Click on the link in the description and go to fanofthem.com/regularcars. Buy some limited edition merch. You're helping this channel out, and someone's going to have their very own Ford Focus RS. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking Regular Car Reviews.